Howdy, me, Brian, back again. Anyway, so yeah, it's still New Comic Book Day. It's 10:04 here in Virginia, and so this video is actually going to be my New Comic Book Day video. Just got home from school, got myself a shower, feeling less nasty because it was fucking hot today, like 90 plus degrees, and then we're inside these little these little damn booths for welding. That shit gets hot. So anyway, I'm going to show you some of my new books. Um, yeah, I actually have had a chance to read a couple of them, so I'll be able to give you an opinion other than, ooh, I like the cover. So we're going to start off with, oh yeah, nothing's bagged and boarded today because I ran out of the damn things. So anyways, we're starting off with The Legend of Star-Lord #1. Um, I, I, what to say about this book? Let's see. This little shit he's got on his face is retarded. Um, I get it. It's a mask so he can be in outer space by himself, whatever. But contrary to the stupid looking mask he's got on his face, I enjoyed this book. It picked up where immediately following his mother's funeral, which is, I think, how. Um, Damn, what was it? Marvel Now .1 or um, maybe the first episode of this New Guardians volume, where you got to see damn stupid light. Anyways, you got to see his dad came down, banged his mom, split, um, left him the DNA powered weapon. The Badoon came down, murdered his mom. He finds out he can shoot this gun, and then I feel like this story is picking up where that one ended. So if you're into the Guardians, I would pick up this book. I've been following the Guardians, and I've been really iffy about it the whole time, but I like this book so far. At least the first issue's good, anyways. Hold on a minute. That's a little too dark. There. Nope. That's fuck it. We'll just make it too damn dark. Like the rent's too high, it's too damn dark in here. Oh shit, there we go. So yeah, it was that. And then I got this little beauty because this week is fucking Guardians of the Galaxy week. They're preparing for this movie. I have not had a chance to read this yet. Let's see real quick. I think. Nope. I'm wrong. I thought the interior art was done by some Peterson dude. I think it's the guy that did Mouse Guard. I think he did one of the variant covers for this book. That variant cover is pretty cool. It's Rocket, and he's surrounded by mushrooms. So the only thing I can think of that raccoon would be doing with all those mushrooms would be getting fucking high, so he could see stuff like talking trees. Oh wait, he does that anyways. All right, so that's another book I read. And I read this beauty right here. And I've got to say, this was an excellent issue for this book. Yeah, so it got into some action. Some no shit, ass kicking action. Fists a flying, bullets being blasted at people's faces. And for the last few issues, like Death and the Crow and the Wolf have like barely been in there. So this one starts off with a bang involving those three, and if you like East of West, this is definitely a good one. That was number 13, in case you didn't see that giant 13. And another book I bought this week this is actually from last week. I don't have it on my pull list, so I didn't even realize it was on the shelf, and so I missed it last week. So anyways, it's Original Sin 3.1, The Hulk versus Iron Man. And this book, while you didn't really... You got to see a couple of giant green fists being thrown at this asshole Tony Stark's face. You didn't really get... It wasn't really what I was hoping for. This book, what I'm hoping is that this book is setting up all of that good Hulk smashing Tony into a little tin can. Because I used to like. Okay, here's my thing about Iron Man, real quick. Iron Man used to be a billionaire, playboy, an alcoholic, a drunk, a total screw up who was redeemed by his heroics. Um, but he wasn't a douchebag. You know what I mean? Since, excuse me, since the movie, since Robert Downey Jr. came along and played Tony Stark in the movie, the character's been a fucking douchebag. That's the only way I can really describe him accurately. Um, he doesn't, honestly, in the movie, he really doesn't have any. The movie version, for me, he has no redeeming qualities. Um, at least the comic version up to that point, Tony Stark, Iron Man Tony Stark, he was flawed and all that stuff, but he wasn't a douchebag. So anytime that I get to see the Hulk or anybody else bring Tony Stark down a notch or two, I'm really happy to see it because he's just a douchebag anymore. If he was like he used to be, I'd be iffy about that. But I'm really happy to see this. And I got haven't read this yet. Haven't read the other two issues yet either. I need to, but it's Madame Frankenstein. Um, I think the reason I'm snatching this book up every week or every time it's out is because we're hardly getting it. This was the only copy of this book that we got at my shop. So I was like, I might not like it, but I might like it because it's such a short print run, whatever. I better grab it just in case because I won't be able to find it later. And I have Deadpool versus X Force #1. Um, I'm really happy to see Boom Boom, and it's kind of like I could do without Cable. I know Cable was part of X Force originally, after he nosed his way into the New Mutants, but I could do without Cable. Cable's one of my least. Cable and this I'm gonna ruffle feathers here, but Cable and Gambit are two of my least favorite. In fact, I just don't like the characters. They suck. I just don't like them. Gambit, oh, big deal. I'm a Cajun, whatever. Nothing against Cajuns, but I mean, the guy wore a trench coat and twirled around a bow staff and had a stupid freaking mask on his head that was just not cool. Um, and Cable, he's supposedly a mutant, but and I think his powers are supposed to be telekinetic, but I don't think I've ever read a comic book or even remembered seeing where he actually uses mutant powers. He's always running around with these giant fucking Rob Liefeld inspired freaking guns, and I just not a cool character in my opinion. But I'm happy to see, speaking of not cool characters, Boom Boom's kind of a lame character as far as her powers go, but she always had personality, so I'm happy to see her back. And I'm not really sure what he's doing, what Cannonball's doing there. I get it, X Force, but isn't he busy being an Avenger? And where's Sunspot? He's an Avenger. Why isn't he back here? Oh, and Warpath is looking pretty cool. I think he's a little bigger than he's supposed to be, but maybe Liefeld inspired this and threw everybody out of fucking proportion. So, anyways, I'm looking forward to reading this because I just am. Dr. Spectre #2. Have not read it yet. Have not read the first issue yet. I'll get to it. I like the cover, but honestly, after I read the first two, if they're not interesting, they're getting dropped. Can't wait to read this book right here. This is Ferris. Ferris is freaking awesome. It's at issue 14. No, it's not 14. It's September 2014. Where is the title? Oh, right here. My bad. It's all the way up here. 27. Anyways, I like the stories. I love the artwork in this book. I have since the first time I saw it. I like it so much. I'm enjoying it so much. I may start picking up Fables, and I may try to put together a Fables run because I know they come from that book or inspired by that book, come from that book, spin off of that book, whatever. I like this book so much that I may make the attempt at finding all those. I need to read the first issue of this book right here. This is issue 2. But I think that even if I don't like it, the story that much, it's one of those ones where I love the artwork. I still think this is Lockheed's little cousin or something. But yeah, I need to. The artwork is great in this book. I need to read it though. Next up is a Vertigo book. In case you haven't noticed, I haven't sorted these books at all this week. I just kind of started reading them, and they're in the pile that I got them from the store. And this is Vertigo, issue number 9 of Hinterkin. I've been enjoying it. I really need to catch up. I think I'm 2 issues behind on this book. I'm way behind on a lot of stuff, but I'll get to it. Issue 3 of Nailbiter. Haven't even read the first issue yet. I just know that the first issue, the cover on the first one, fucking twisted my stomach, and this one's kind of like, what the hell's going on here? So I need to read these so I can decide whether or not I want to keep getting it, because if I don't specifically tell them take this off my pull list, they don't, and they have a habit of throwing stuff on my pull list that I don't ask for, and so that's one of them. I didn't ask for that. It just ended up on my list. Oh, so issue 2 of Vampirella. It's a Terry Dodson cover. And this is much better. Her face is much better than on the first cover that he did for this book. On the other one, I love Terry Dodson's work. I do. He's one of those people that I may not recognize right away that it's his work. His work almost always catches my eye, and I have to look for his name. But this is really nice, this cover. The interior art is kind of nice, too. Oh, hold on one second. It's Patrick Burke and Cotter. Patrick Burke and Cotter. He's doing nice work in here. Never heard of the guy before, but maybe I'll Google him up one day and see what he does. Anyway, it's Vampirella issue 2. I'm not a huge Vampirella fan, but I think I will stick with this for a little while just to check it out, see what it's all about. New Warriors number 7. The artwork in the last issue left a bit to be desired, in my opinion. Yeah. So in this one, who is the lucky guy in this one? Because so far, just thumbing through this doesn't look bad. It is Marcus 2. T-O, not T-W-O. But it kind of... I'm digging the story. Like in the last issue, they were transported to New York Harbor on Wendigo Mountain. And so it wasn't really there. It was there, but it wasn't there. People could drive through it on boats and stuff and this and that. And the Avengers come along and like, hey, you little douchebags. You're not Avengers. You need to fold your little group in with us. And Vance and Speedball are like, fuck you, Iron Man. Pretty much that's what they said to him. So, yeah, they're still Warriors on their own. And I think Vance actually left the Avengers. Said, all right, I'm not an Avenger anymore then. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. Anytime somebody tells Iron Man where to go, I'm always, ooh, somebody's back in this one. Anyway, New Warriors number 7. Looking forward to reading this book. That is one I don't have to catch up on because I've actually been reading it. I've been reading this too. This is the 5th issue of Original Sin. At the end of last issue, in case you didn't know, what's his face? Mr. Fury is old as hell. He's fucking old. Living on the moon or some shit. So, oh, this is cool. One second. Okay, so you remember the old Fury stuff when he's out in outer space and he's got that big ass bubble gumball helmet on? Well, he's got it on right there too. I think we're gonna find out what happened, how he ended up on the moon by himself, or getting old. So I've been enjoying this. It's a little. I haven't really been digging into the tie-in issues of all the other books. I just haven't really been reading them that much. I've got them. I haven't dug into them. So I need to. I think that'll help fill in some of the gaps in the between issues of this book. But I've been enjoying it. And give me a second. Let me dig for it. Where'd it go? Yeah. You knew I was going to have the Art Adams cover. Because Art Adams is the man. Anyway, in case you haven't figured it out yet or you haven't been paying attention, these covers, the Art Adams covers, they all they're going to make one big collage or one big cover poster thing. You put them together and it's one big picture. Quantum and Woody. I know I said it before. I'm going to say it again. I'm probably going to drop this book. I haven't been reading it. And I got issue number 2 of Rye. And this is not the other one without the perforation. I can feel the perforation. So they recalled all the other ones as everybody's, oh my god, suddenly it's a $50 book or whatever. I really haven't been paying attention. I got the other one because it's on my pull list, and I got this one because it's a new version of the book and it's on my pull list as well. It's fucking bent a little bit. What the hell? Check that out. Anyway, that's how I came from the distributors, I guess. They did a version of like this for Shadow Man number 13. We'll see what else they're going to be doing with that. Then I have, but have not read yet, Rockety Raccoon number 1. Scotty Young is doing this book. As he's credited, he's doing words and art. And there are a shitload of variants for this book. There's one of the other Scotty Young variant, and the baby variant kind of version that he does. So, yeah. So there's that. There's this. I think there's a black and white sketch version of this. There's a movie version of the movie Rocket right about here, and there's I haven't read this yet. I need to get into it because this actually looks like a lot of fun to read to me. Yeah, but there's a bunch of variants for that book. Then I got, Southern Bastards number 3. I misplaced issue 2. It's around here someplace. I really need to start organizing because I'm running out of space. So I need to find issue 2 and read it, and then I'll dig into issue 3. Now I've got Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. What to say about this book? I haven't even read the first issue. But there's a guy named David Marquez who's doing the art, and it's that Brian Bendis character writing. Yeah, so I feel like Bendis is the Jim Lee of the modern era. I mean, does anybody else write Marvel books now? Or is it all Bendis writing the entire fucking Marvel universe? I think the guy's overextended. I think while he plots a good... he plots a good story most of the time, but like the dialogue leaves a bit to be desired because... And like there's a lot less dialogue, I think, in a lot of his books. At least when Stan Lee was writing every Marvel title, there was all kinds of dialogue. But so, anyways, the interior art's David Marquez. It's beautiful. Damn it. So yeah, the interior arts for this Amazing Spider-Man. No, not amazing, but the Ultimate Spider-Man is it's really nice. I really need to read it because I really do like that character. I was disappointed when the Ultimate Spider-Man, when Peter, the Ultimate Peter, got axed. But yeah, I'm not holding my breath, but I'm sure he'll be back eventually because, hey, nobody stays dead in comics, not even Bucky anymore. But I do like the Miles Morales character. I liked when he and Peter interacted a little bit. It would have been nice to have seen Spider-Man like they had. I guess there was a mini-series called Spider-Man and it had those two in it together. I don't think I ever read it. I don't have it, but I think I may start looking for it just because. All New Invaders number 6. This is a tie-in with Original Sin. The artwork in this is alright. It's not super, it's not horrible. Oh, so anyways, my bad. I just noticed something while I was thumbing through here. I've never looked forward to anything that has Loki in it like I ever have for this. And it has nothing to do with Loki and his little sissy looking ass there. But Angela's looking awesome. Uh, the artwork on this looks really nice. I'm really looking forward to reading this story when it comes out. Um, yeah, really looking forward to that. So that's the end of that. I have two more books. So I got, though I think this is the last Bombshell cover. It's Batman and Superman. So of course we got. The only thing I don't like about it is I don't like that they put these two on a photograph of a leather jacket. I guess it's supposed to be a bomber jacket, but I don't like that it's a photograph. I think it would have been cool if they would have just stuck that on. Actually drew a leather jacket in there. But anyway, it's the Bombshell cover. I'm pretty sure it's the last one, which is good because I didn't want to buy every issue of every DC book, considering I'm probably not going to read the titles. I just like those covers a lot. Now, this is one I have grown to really look forward to every month, and it is Lazarus. This is issue 9. The start of this title for me was kind of iffy, but when they started digging into other people, um, other people's stories, and not just the Lazarus and her family, her immediate family's story, it's starting to get more interesting for me. So yeah, I've been enjoying this book since I got it. I think I hopped on this around issue 4 or 5, and I bought all of those on eBay at one time. I don't think I paid a lot for them, but it was certainly more than cover price. I don't think it was a lot more, but I've been liking this. It's I recommend it. Not that that means anything to anybody, but I like that book. So, folks, that's about it for my new comic haul. And so, yeah, you guys have a good night. I'm going to end this, upload it, and read me some comic books. Later.